2D benchmark and touchpoint. Begin by keying the machine on, but not fully starting it. Select the desired operator ID and enter the proper passcode if it applies. Verify your lever switch assignments by pressing button 1 on the left lever, and then verify your attachment by pressing the check mark. You can now start the machine. Once you start the machine, you're going to get this yellow box that says cannot detect stroke accurately. Activate the bucket cylinder to full stroke. This simply means that you need to curl the bucket all the way out, and once that sensor hits its reset, this message will go away. The first step to begin 2D operations is to toggle the MC button on the right side of the screen until it is highlighted green. The MC stands for machine control. When you select that, there will be a bar populate at the top of the screen. This is what you select to get into the 2D menu. This is the portion of the 2D menu where you will toggle your benchmark setting, which is what creates your surface, as well as input any cross slope values or main fall slope that you would like to enter, as well as any vertical offset that you would like to use as well. To set the 2D system up for use, put the teeth of the bucket in the area that you would like to work, and simply toggle the benchmark setting to on. This will create a surface at the location of the bucket teeth. Just below that, enter any cross slope or main slope values that you would like to work with, as well as any vertical offset that you would like to use. Once you have these few settings configured, the machine is ready to be put into semi-automatic mode and ready to dig. To engage semi-automatic mode, depress the trigger on the right lever. You can now pull the stick back and let the machine control the boom. If you have the setting attachment angle hold control toggled on in the 2D menu, the machine will maintain the same bucket angle throughout the dig. The angle being held is determined by the angle or the curl that you have the bucket positioned in as you begin pulling the stick back. If you would like to move the machine to continue digging a surface, you will use the Touchpoint feature in the 2D menu. Touchpoint will allow you to reposition the machine while maintaining the existing surface you have been working with. This is used especially while digging ditches. To streamline the use of the Touchpoint feature, it is recommended that you program the lever switch assignments to include Touchpoint. This will expedite the Touchpoint process and see that you keep your machine moving. Since we are talking about lever switch assignments in regard to 2D, now is a good time to also recommend that you program offset up and down into your lever switch assignments as well. This will allow you to make quick vertical offset changes. Now, to begin the Touchpoint process, start by taking the machine out of semi-automatic mode. Then swing over to a point that will be within reach of the machine after moving. One tip for selecting a reference point is to use the back of the bucket to slick a small area on the ground, which makes your reference point more visible after moving the machine. Once you have your bucket teeth in position on your reference point, press the Touchpoint button, whether that's on your work equipment lever or inside the 2D menu. A menu will appear asking to confirm that you're set on your reference point. Once you press the first check mark confirming this, you are ready to move the machine. When moving the machine for Touchpoint, it's important that each movement does not exceed 10 seconds in duration. If you track longer than 10 seconds, the system will reset your benchmarking surface, requiring you to start again. Briefly pausing track movement will reset this timer. Once you are done moving the machine, put your bucket teeth in the same location on the reference point. After pressing the check mark a second time to confirm your reference point, you are ready to dig again. Repeat this process each time you want to move the machine and carry your grade with it. This concludes our discussion on 2D benchmark and Touchpoint.